Back with the quickness. Track número 10 y track. How do you say 17 in Espanol? 17. Okay. Número 17. Let's begin.
So, we've seen how two sounds in the verbs in the present tense might split when we put pressure on them. We've seen how E might become IE. So, for example, we have querer, which means to want. But I want is
Quiero.
quiero. So we stress down on that E and it splits into IE. And this will happen for the other versions that we learned as well. So how do you say he wants or she wants or you formal want?
Quiere.
Quiere.
Quiere. They want?
Quieren.
Quieren.
Quieren. Good. And you informal?
Quieres.
Quieres.
Good. What do you want?
¿Qué quieres?
¿Qué quieres?
Yeah, ¿qué quieres? Good. So another example where this will happen is with the verb perder, which means to lose. It's related to perish. So how would you say I lose?
Pierdo.
Pierdo.
Pierdo. Good.
Pierdo.
And he loses?
Pierde.
She loses?
Pierde.
Pierde.
Pierde. They?
Pierde.
Pierden.
Good. And you informal?
Quieres.
Pierdes.
Pierdes. Good. So we saw that the E can split into IE, and we also saw that an O in the base of the verb can split into UE. So we saw, for example, poder is to be able, and then we have puedo, I can, I am able. We had dormir. What did dormir mean?
To
To
sleep.
sleep.
Good. And
Me
duermo?
duermo. Fall
I
asleep.
sleep.
Good. What changed
sleep.
when we added me duermo?
Me duermo.
I think it's I fall asleep.
Yes, I sleep myself, I fall asleep. Good. So we can expect to see these O's split, but not always. For example, to eat was
Comer.
to eat,
Comer.
comer, and I eat,
Como.
Como.
como. So it didn't split there. So there's no way to know where it will, where it won't. Most of the time it will, and you just have to kind of experiment.
He said most of the time it will. Interesting, but you don't know when a verb is irregular or not. So ain't that something?
And see what happens, and you will always get the feedback when you try to see if it splits or not. You will also develop an intuition of where you should do it. So, colgar, for example, is to hang. So if you want to say I hang,
Colgo.
Cuelgo.
cuelgo, good.
Oh.
He hangs,
Cuelgo. O. Y cuelgo. Okay. Colgar. To hang. Cuelgo. Cuelga.
Cuelgue.
Cuelga.
No, it's colgar.
good.
So it's cuelga.
Cuelga. Why do you think you said cuelgue first?
Well, the reason you explained before with the it sounds like it because it has a me sound before. It seems to go more.
Exactly, it fits more.
Fits
so
more.
you will find yourself doing that. How do you get out of doing that? How do you stop that happening?
Remembering the
By going
ending
back
of the verb.
To the to version of the verb.
Exactly. And then you're in control.
Colgar.
Colgar, our verb, cuelga.
Cuelga.
They hang,
Cuelgan.
good. They hang it,
Lo
Lo
cuelgan.
cuelgan.
lo cuelgan. They hang them,
Los cuelgan.
Los cuelgan.
good. She hangs them,
Cuelga.
Los cuelga.
good. Los cuelga.
cuelga.
Words in English that begin al, so not end al, like normal, normal, metal, metal. They begin al, they come from Arabic. This al means the in Arabic, and in Arabic it's written with the word. It's written as one word. It's all stuck together. So when words came in from Arabic, they kind of came in most of the time with this al, which meant the. So for example, alcohol. And when we say the alcohol, we are actually saying something like the alcohol. Something like this. The verb to take is tomar. Tomar. T-O-M-A-R.
Tomar.
Tomar. And this is also used like to drink. So it's used like take generically, generally, but also to drink. How would you say I don't drink alcohol? I don't take alcohol.
No tomo alcohol.
Tomo alcohol.
Good. No tomo alcohol. Sugar in Spanish is azúcar. Azúcar.
Azúcar.
Azúcar.
Azúcar.
Or in Spain, because we have a Z here, it would be azúcar in most of Spain. Now, this is also an Arabic word, and it's the same word as sugar in English. Might not look like it. What's happened here? In Arabic, the L of al, the word for the, assimilates, changes to match the next letter if the next letter is kind of close to it. It does this with about half the letters. So in Arabic, actually, instead of al-sukar, you say azúcar. And this passed into Spanish. But in English, we got the word without the at the beginning this time. This time, sugar came in without the at the beginning. So they look kind of different and sound rather different. Sugar, azúcar. But again, they're the same word. So how would you say, I don't take sugar?
No tomo azúcar. No tomo azúcar.
Tomo azúcar.
Azúcar.
No tomo azúcar. Arroz, rice, is
Arroz.
also an Arabic word.
Arroz.
It's actually al-ruz, the
Arroz.
rice. But again, in
Arroz.
Spanish, the L assimilated to the next R, as it does in Arabic. And instead of al-ruz, like in Arabic, aruz, we ended up with arroz,
So it's
Arroz.
2 R's.
2 R's.
So it's azúcar with 2 S's?
No, it's with a Z here, because 2 S's are not a combination you find in Spanish. So for example, in the word possible, we have 2 S's there in English, but in Spanish, when we write posible, we write 1 S. The same with passion, we write 1 S in
Pasión.
Spanish, pasión. So you don't get 2 S's
Pasión.
together in Spanish,
Pasión.
but you do get 2 R's together to
Pasión.
differentiate between the normal R
Pasión.
and the rolling R. So in Spanish we have A-R-R-O-Z. It's just assimilation of al-ruz,
Z.
arroz, to
Arroz.
Spanish arroz.
Arroz.
And it's the same word as English, rice.
Arroz.
So how do you say I want rice?
Quiero
Quiero
arroz.
arroz.
Quiero arroz. Good. Algebra. How would that be in
Al-
Spanish?
Algebra.
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 Algebra. Good.
Algebra.
Spanish has a lot more Arabic than English. The south of Spain was part of the Muslim world for 800 years, so the languages had a lot of contact. And you get more words in Spanish that you don't have in English.
Like when you won't know when to use an irregular verb or not. That G in the middle of words, algebra is algebra. Algebra. It's quite strange knowing when to use that ha versus ja.
From Arabic. So, for example,
Alright, let's continue.
oil. In Arabic, this is zait, aceite.
Oh, I think I paused it again.
Aceite. Olive. Zaytun in Arabic. Alfombra, which means carpet. Almohada, which means pillow.
Almohada.
All of these words, they came in from
Almohada.
Arabic. When you find al at the beginning, with maybe a couple of
Almohada.
exceptions, it's from Arabic. So we said, I take is tomo. How is he takes, she takes, it takes,
Toma.
you formal take?
Toma.
Toma.
Toma. Good.
Toma.
You informal, talking to a friend?
Tomas.
Tomas.
Good. I would just say, what are you taking? This could be a way to ask, what do you want?
Que
Drink.
tomas. Que tomas.
¿Qué tomas?
Que tomas? To drink exists. It's beber, beber. And the word drink, the noun, una bebida, a
Una
drink. Una we have a for feminine words. Una bebida or la bebida, the drink, comes from beber.
Bebida.
But tomar, to take, is extremely common.
Tomar.
They take
Toma.
Toman.
toman. Good. Now there's one more version of the verbs that we didn't learn
know
yet,
more about
which was
Beber.
we
Una
version.
bebida.
We didn't learn how to say we want or we have. Now, we take is tomamos.
Tomamos.
Tomamos. Explain to me what I did then to get we take. If I go from tomar
That
to tomamos, what am I doing?
R is being at
You
the
took
end is
out the
being
R and
replaced
put a
with
mos.
amos.
At the end.
But to make it fit in with your...
Well, you took out the AR, the R sound,
Good,
and you put in the amos
good.
sound.
This is very nice to think about it this way because then you fit it in with what you've been doing up until now. Taking off the R, AR, and putting on your ending. So you take off R and you put on amos, and you get the we form. So, how is to speak?
Hablar.
Hablar. And
Hablar.
we speak?
Hablamos.
Hablamos.
Hablamos. Good. So, with amos, we're adding on 2 syllables, and the accent is going on the second last syllable. So it's in a different position,
Hablamos.
the accent, to the other versions. If we look at tomo, toma, toman, tomas, tomamos, the accent's moving. Again, to
Tomamos.
speak,
Hablar.
Hablar.
I speak,
Hablo.
Hablo.
she speaks,
Habla.
Hablan.
habla. They speak,
Hablan.
Hablan.
you informal,
Hablas.
Hablas.
we
Hablamos.
hablamos. Good. So this affects the split of the E or the O in the root of the verb because we said that it splits because you stress it. But in the we form, we don't actually stress it. So let's look at this. What was to find or to encounter?
Encontrar. Encontrar.
Encontrar.
Encontrar. I find,
Encuentro.
encuentro. I find or I'm finding. He finds,
Encuentra. Encuentra.
Encuentra.
encuentra. Good. We're back to the to form, right?
Yeah.
They,
Encuentran.
Encuentran.
good. And you, informal,
Encuentras.
Encuentras.
good. Now
Encuentra.
we, you're not stressing that O anymore, so it's safe. It's not gonna split.
Encontramos.
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 We don't stress it, so it doesn't split. What was demonstration?
Demostración.
Demostración.
Demostración. So how would you say to demonstrate?
Demostrar.
Demostrar. If you take away this de, which actually means of in Spanish, if you get rid of it, you're left with mostrar. And what does mostrar mean?
To
To
show.
To show. I show or I'm showing.
Monstro.
Mostro.
It should be mostro.
Monstrar. Right? Demonstrate. Mostrar. Mostrar. No N there. Mostrar. It should be mostrar, but there's a split on yo. Muestro.
Muestro.
Good. Muestro. And he or she, it, you formal.
Muestra.
Muestra.
Good. They or you guys.
Muestran.
Muestran.
Muestran. You informal.
Muestras.
We.
Mostramos.
Very good. Mostramos. You're not accenting anymore the O, so it doesn't split.
The rule does not
Mostramos.
work for
How do you say
we.
to think? And we said it's related to the word pensive.
saber.
Pensar.
Pensar.
Saber.
I
or
think-
Saber. Venir was to come. Saber. Saber. Thought saber was a bit. But apparently it is pensar.
Pienso.
Pienso. There the E splits when we stress it. If you want to say I think so, you can just say I think
sí.
that yes. I think that yes. That is the same as what?
Que. Pienso que sí.
Pienso que sí. I think so. Pienso que sí. Good.
Pienso que sí.
He thinks or she thinks. You formal think.
Piensa que
Piensa.
Good.
que sí.
Piensa. They.
Piensa.
Piensan.
You informal.
Piensas.
Piensas.
What do you
Piensas.
think?
¿Qué piensas?
¿Qué piensas?
Good. If you say, what do you think to do? We said that this means, what do you plan on doing? You can just say, what do you think to do? What was to do? To do or to make, which begins with a silent H.
Ver.
Hacer.
Hacer.
Good. So, what do you think to do? What do you plan on doing?
Piensas. Piensas hacer.
¿Qué? You informal.
Hmm.
¿Qué piensas
hacer?
hacer?
Good. ¿Qué piensas hacer? Now, how would you say we think?
Pienso is I think. We think. The rule does not work, so it's pensar. Pensamos. Pensamos.
Pensamos.
Good. Pensamos. So you're not splitting there. Pensamos. The verb to close is
Remember, saber was to know. So, pensar is to think. Saber was to know. Okay.
errar. C-E-R-R-A-R. Cerrar.
Cerrar.
Good. Or in most of Spain, cerrar. To close is cerrar. C-E-R-R-A-R. Cerrar.
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 Or in most of Spain, cerrar. How would you say I close?
Cierro.
Cierro. She beat me to it. Cierro.
Cierro. Good.
Cierro.
She closes. He closes.
Cierra.
Did you formal close?
Cierra.
Cierra.
Cierra. Good. So how would you say we close?
Cerramos. It would be cerrar. Cerramos. And not cierron. Or not on. Cierran. Cerramos. We
Cerramos.
close.
Good. So we're seeing that really this issue of the E's and the O's splitting is an issue about stress, and it's only when we stress them down that they split under that pressure. When we don't, they are intact. They stay intact.
Okay, so that is the end of track número 17. Alright, as the tracks go forward, it seems like they are getting more difficult, so looking forward to how it challenges me. So until next time, adios amigos.